Among a number of computer hobbyists in California were Bill Gates and Paul Allen, who started Microsoft, later Microsoft. IBM, which had seen the success of the Apple II, was interested in selling its own machine. Microsoft was given the job of writing the operating system. IBM could use the system, but not own it, so Microsoft received $10 for every copy sold. IBM had failed to realize that systems, not machines, were going to make money in the future. This was possibly the biggest mistake in the history of computers. Large numbers of companies produced copies of IBM machines, but every machine, about 30 million in the 1980s, used Microsoft systems. The power of IBM meant the business followed its lead, and the Apple machines were mainly bought by home users or by people who needed good drawing systems. In 1971, IBM produced the first floppy disk. This came in a paper packet and was 20 centimeters wide, but it was still a great improvement on the tapes that had been used before. The modern 9-centimeter disk was first produced by Sony in 1981. The Internet. In 1969, several university and government computers were connected together by the U.S. Department of Defense so scientists in different parts of the world could share information and work together. 2 years after this, a program for sending electronic mail, email, was written. The first international connection was made in 1973 between University College London and Norway. Queen Elizabeth II of the United Kingdom sent her first email in 1976. 3 years later, the University of Essex built a system which allowed a number of users to exchange information at the same time. In 1982, the word Internet was invented to describe this. In 1989, Philip Emeagwali, who came from Nigeria but worked in the U.S., connected 65,536 separate computer processors to work together and perform 3,100,000,000 mathematical operations every second. These were used in the search to find oil. 2 years later, the Englishman Tim Berners-Lee invented a new system. This made it possible to find and read documents without knowing where they actually were, and it became known as the World Wide Web. It appeared on the Internet in 1991, starting an explosion of information. For the next 2 years, use of the Internet grew at around 341,000% each year. The ability of computers to do difficult mathematics and the power of the Internet to help people communicate with each other have made it possible to improve ideas much faster than before.